Hi, I'm David from Hobbycraft and we're live in our Reading store. I'm here with Suzie from Cricut, who is going to be talking all about the Cricut Explore Air 2, and she's going to show us how to make a paper favour box. So, hi Suzie.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Why don't you start by just talking a little bit about the Cricut? Before I do that, actually, apologies, we're a little bit later than planned. We've had some technical difficulties, but we are getting there. So Suzie, yeah, sorry. So tell us about the Cricut. How long has it been around for?
Cricut as a company has been around for over 30 years, and we're a well-established brand, and our aim is to assist crafting and make crafting a pleasure rather than a chore. So what I bought today is the Cricut Explore Air 2 machine, which is our digital online software-driven machine that basically is digital scissors. It's absolutely brilliant for all those intricate, precise cuts. But not only that, it'll write and score
It'll write as well.
Absolutely, yes.
Amazing.
So for our favour box, we've written our own personalised tag.
Okay, I don't know if you can see that on the camera.
Let's
We'll
show
put
you
some pictures up
nearer.
afterwards.
So you've got intricate cuts, writing. It will use fonts that you have on your system, so it means you can fully bespoke wedding stationery, party wear, anything like that as well.
So I guess that's what sets it apart from your kind of average die cutting machine.
Yes.
It does the whole package.
Yes, that and the fact that you can cut from any size, from 1/4 of an inch up to 11.5 inches wide and 23.5 inches long. So you can do T-shirts, you can do big banners, you can do tiny, tiny confetti for your table.
And presumably that's not using cards.
No, that's using iron-on vinyls,
Okay.
which you've got in the store.
And they're from Cricut.
They are from Cricut. We also have the new foil iron-ons, which are absolutely beautiful.
So that'd be like gold foil.
Yes, it looks very similar to a metallic foil, but we've got them in beautiful jewel colours. They're in store now. They've just come into store, so they're really worth having. But that means you can upcycle clothing, you can bespoke shoes.
And that's what everybody
bags.
wants, isn't it? Something that sets them apart, something a little bit different.
Yes.
So the machine itself, I think, is £260.
It is.
And this is the blue machine, but I think we also said it came in a mint colour.
Yeah, we have a nice mint colour as well, so you can choose which you prefer. And then you have a tool set, which we've got on the table in its packaging, but the machine has its own magnetic storage area.
So you can keep everything in one place.
Exactly, and it even fits a scoring stylus, which is another tool that you can buy. That's £7 in the store or online. And that will fit in and still it will close. So if you are a craft on the go, or you have a caravan or a holiday home that you want to take your equipment with you, you can do that really easily.
Okay, well tell us more about the design studio as well.
Design Studio is, it's called Design Space, and it's an online driven software.
So you don't need to put in any CDs or anything like that?
No, there's no CDs, no DVDs.
Just an internet connection.
What you need is a stable broadband connection to be able to use it. And it will work with Windows or Mac, and it will work with your iPhone and iPad.
Ah,
So
excellent.
you can craft on the go as well.
So you can craft on the go?
Yes, and in fact for the iPhone version and the iPad version, what you can do is work offline, so you can be away from the internet and design.
So you can do the designing sort of if you're on a train, something like that, and then when you get to your kind of destination, then you can print it out.
Yes, then you can cut, So you don't have to be beholden to it. So do you want me to quickly talk through the machine itself? Should we get it cutting? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, just to apologise if you're having any audio problems, we are live, so there's lots of noise going on in the store, there's lots of customers shopping, so apologies if you do hear anything. If you miss anything of what we've said, just leave a comment and we'll try and repeat it for you. So Suzie, you said you're going to show us what we need to cut from the machine. Are you going to cut something now? Or,
yeah, we can do. What I thought was, as it's cutting, I can talk you through the features of the machine.
No
so
worries.
what we're going to create is one of these little boxes.
So they could be used as favour boxes for weddings, for birthdays, parties.
Absolutely. Great for Halloween gifts, table favours, anything. They would have been good for Easter. A bit late now, but
It's never too late for chocolate.
No, so I've been told. I'd rather have fruit, but hey.
So this is self-adhesive, is it? This pad.
Well, this is the cutting mat. This is the. You'll notice there's two different colours. colours on the table. The machine comes with the green one, which is the standard grit. So that will hold down pretty much everything other than things like wood.
Okay, so it cuts wood.
You can have balsa wood with this, and thin wood veneers. If you were doing canvas, you'd need a strong grit mat.
And the blue one is the strong grit?
The blue one is the light grit.
Okay.
The strong grit is well, they call it purple. I'll leave everybody to decide for themselves what they would call it, but I don't. That's a very interesting purple in my...
It's quite light, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah. But that's the strong grit mat. So you can
grit,
buy the three.
The green is normal.
Normal, and then
the
you've got light grit, which is great for paper, card, vellum, silk ribbons.
Anything a bit lighter.
Yeah, anything.
But most people will be fine with the green one to get started.
Green one will actually suffice for pretty much everything, even fabric. So you don't need to have the other one for fabric. So we can cut fabric. Not today. We're going to cut decorative paper.
Definitely.
So this is ready to load. So one of the buttons, and there are only 4 of them, is the load unload, and it's flashing at me at the moment. So I'm just going to press that, and you'll notice it goes under the guides and the machine homes itself. You don't have to do any of that. Now you can't see on camera, but I can see on screen, I've got a reminder to put the scoring stylus into the machine.
Okay, and that was the tool that you showed us just now.
That was the tool that was hidden away in here. So I'm just going to retrieve it. So you've got 2 ports on the machine. You've got port A, which is your accessories port, and that's where we're going to put
your pen or your scoring tools.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And the machine comes with a pen, the black pen as well.
Thank you for all of the positive comments, by the way, and very much appreciated. So
it is, yeah.
Especially as it's only our 2nd Facebook Live event this week, so we do appreciate that.
It's nice to know there's people out there.
Definitely.
All of the tools have a arrow on the side of them. So what you need to do is open up the port, just put your finger underneath the support, don't push.
So it doesn't drop down, damage any of the paper underneath.
Absolutely correct, yes. So you just push down till that arrow disappears. The most important thing is make sure you shut the port. Okay. Then in the other port is your blade. Now this is a really well engineered, tiny carbide blade that will cut through all of those resources we've been talking about. So this blade will suffice for pretty much all your
anything.
crafting
That's
needs.
good. If you do have any questions, by the way, whilst we're live, do just comment below, and then we'll do our best to get Suzie to answer this. I don't think I'll be any help, but Suzie should be. We are live, so obviously, as you're commenting, hopefully we'll be able to answer those questions. And again, just if you hear anything in the background, it's just a live store, lots going on here. Sorry, back to you, Suzie.
Day, isn't it? So the next great thing with this machine is this dial here. This is what we call the smart dial.
Yeah.
So this is a bit like your iron or washing machine, where you just set it to cottons or wool.
Okay, and
whatever.
it literally just says what it is on there, so you don't have to do any heavy thinking.
No, absolutely not. And although we've got all of these already written on there, there's 7 of them, everything from paper right through vinyls up to poster board, which is again a new product into store. It's we use it for box make. It's great for box making, for signage. We've actually made cupcake cases with it.
Oh, okay, so you've made these with the Cricut machine.
With the poster board, yes. But within custom, there are a lot more settings for all the different types of resources that you might use. So they go beyond the normal everyday resources that you use. You've got the iron-on products in there, you've got burlap, you've got canvas, you've got vellum, washi tape, which is great for yesterday.
Definitely.
You can do all sorts of shapes with your washi tape.
So we have had a question come through actually, and it's just around the mats that you were talking about before. So, so Amy Murphy says that she's struggling to get the delicate paper cuts off of the green mat.
Right.
Would a blue one be better for her?
Yes, is the simple answer. The other thing with the delicate ones is when you're trying to peel off a new mat, I will show you, demonstrate with this. When you peel off, rather than, I'm just going to stick a piece of card on there just to show you. Let's stick, this is a box that I cut earlier, just for demo purposes. I'm going to put it on the mat. So this is a brand new mat. When an item is cut and you're trying to get it off a new mat, the best thing to do is to carefully roll the mat. Don't yank the product. And then you'll find that that will come off quite easily.
Okay.
But for really intricate cuts, use the blue mat, and then you've also got a custom setting for intricate cuts. It's cardstock intricate cuts, and that one is brilliant for those really fine, beautiful things. I mean, imagine doing that. Love the little things in card, which is you're more than capable of doing with this
Because
machine.
that's more delicate.
Exactly.
And adhesive.
Yeah. Use the intricate cuts one.
Hi to everyone who's been joining us recently. So we are live in Reading with the lovely Suzie from Cricut, who's just talking all about the new Cricut Explore Air 2. Got to get that name right. So if you've got any questions at the moment, please do comment below, and we will do our best to answer those for you.
Okay, so that's all right. No, it's good. So we've set the machine.
So cardstock. And so obviously normally there's a GSM associated with
Yes.
paperweights and card weights.
It is, yes.
Is there sort of something that comes with the Cricut that helps you work out what would be considered a
There
light
is-
cardstock?
Yes, if you go to Cricut.com,
Yeah.
then there's a support section, and within that you can look up what the detailed
Oh,
settings
that's
are.
brilliant. So it's
If-
all online again, so if you're on the move,
Absolutely.
anything like
Yeah.
that, you can just look at it
But
again.
for this decorative paper, which is double-sided decorative paper, so it's about 180 GSM, I'm actually going to set this to light cardstock plus, because between settings there is the
The one
halfway
in between.
house.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We've just had another question come
Yes.
through from Helen Walker Milligan. She says that she has a Cricut Expression. Can you get fine pens to use with it? Is that something you have an answer for?
Hello, Helen. At the moment, unfortunately, you can't get fine pens for your expressions machine, but because they're a different housing system than the Explore, so the Explore pens will not work in your expression machine. Okay.
And a question from Karen Bailey is,
Yes.
would this cut icing?
Well, unfortunately, Karen, I have to say no, because it's not food safe. It's not a food safe machine. So if you cut the icing with it, you couldn't then allow anyone to eat it.
That's a shame.
It is,
It's
isn't
a
it?
shame. But look at all of the other lovely things that you can cut
Exactly.
with it. So
Make your cupcake wrappers
make your
for
cupcake
it,
wrappers, so
cupcake
embellishing,
toppers.
anything like that.
Yeah, all your boxes.
And
that
these
you
are
want
really
to go in.
lovely. And that one there is actually, I didn't notice that one before. So that's just a bit of fringing.
It is, yeah, just fringing. Again, it's cut with the Explore machine, and
And
then
you could do
quill.
multiple at the same time. So rather
Yes.
than just doing one on
Yeah.
each card
You can actually tell the software however many projects you want to do. So if you're catering for a wedding, for example, and you've got 300 cupcakes to do, and you want them all with the same toppers, you tell it how many you want to do, and it will just sort it all out in paper save mode for you, and you can cut your 300 just by keep loading that.
And it will just know that you just need to keep printing more. That's brilliant.
It is.
That's
You
fantastic.
haven't got to keep a count.
It's keeps your head in
Yeah.
order.
Do you want to press go?
Do you want me to press go?
You
Which
go.
one's going?
It's the one that's
The
flashing.
one that's
at you,
flashing,
David.
okay.
Yes, go for it.
There we go.
So the first thing it's going to do is the scoring.
Okay. And that's with the tool that's
That's
loaded.
with the tool that's there, yes. So this, I mean, if you are going to be doing box making boxes for your cakes, or you want to do those fancy card folds, so your stepper cards, or your any of your cascade cards, anything like that, then the scoring stylus is an absolute must, because it just takes all the hard work away from your
So I guess traditionally you'd be doing this with a ruler and,
Yep.
and a scoring tool, something like
Absolutely.
that,
Yeah.
whereas this just does it all for you.
It does it all for me, and that's it finished. So now what we're going to do is unload that mat. So if you'd like to press the unload button,
Yeah.
again it flashes at you, so you haven't even got to think about it. So what we're going to do now is remove the item that's cut, and the software automatically tells you, so there's our box piece. Now you won't be able to see the score lines on camera, I know.
So I've just had another question come
Yes.
through from Mark Mitchell, who asks, is the software easy to use, and will it work on Mac PC? Which I think you did say earlier, so I
Yes.
think it works on both Mac and PC, and also on your iPad and iPhone, but not on Android at the moment. That's in development, isn't
Yes,
it?
that's correct.
Hopefully that answers your question for you.
And yes, in answer to how easy is the software, super easy is the simple answer. I am the world's greatest tech pro, as most people tell you. If I can do it, anybody can. It is super, super easy. If you are, if you've ever used something like Photoshop, it's very, very similar. If you can use Word, it's similar to that as well. It is so easy. It's
very intuitive, sort of a case of clicking and pointing.
And the great thing is you can actually upload and use your own images. So that includes SVG files, DXF, PNGs. I'm just going to adjust this to cardstock because
that's now a heavier card, is it?
Absolutely. You can use, so you can upload photos. And what we have with the machine is a print then cut feature. So what you do is calibrate your own inkjet printer alongside the machine, and you can print things off and then load that printed image onto your mat, and it will cut it out precisely for you.
And does it have to be inkjet, or would that work with a laser printer as well?
Inkjet only.
Inkjet only.
Purely because otherwise the ink's going to run.
Oh, of course.
I mean, with inkjet it means you can instantly transfer onto your mat and cut it straight away. You haven't got to hang about. So you can make bespoke, personalised wedding invitations, cupcake toppers, whatever you want.
So somebody's asked, could they make card toppers with this? So I'm assuming the answer is yes.
Absolutely, and any size, because the great
thing... that's Fliss Paris there.
Oh, hi Fliss. The great thing with digital cutting versus manual die cutting is that you can scale any image in millimetre increments to the size that you require. So if you want to make a box this size, or one this size, or one this size, you can see we've got quite a range of boxes on the set with us. You can make them as to fit the project that you're working. So your t-shirt doesn't have to be a lady's size 10. It can be a gent's XXXXL if you wanted to. You just scale to go.
Excellent.
Right, so that's done.
So that's
flowers.
Essentially, those are the toppers for the box.
Exactly, yes. So this is 2 flower images that are on the software. These are both 3D flowers. So all I'm doing, as I showed you before, is pulling away the negative. I love the spiral flowers when they come off because they just do like a twirly-whirly.
And I know somebody asked earlier about taking them off. I think if you've got a tool as well, I think it's a bit more stubborn.
Which I'm just about to use, because if you try and pull, I'll leave that one down there. If you try and pull that off with your fingernails, that's if you have any, I haven't at the moment, then you're going to damage the mat as well as your image. So what we do...
Do any of these tools come with the machine, or are they separate to the machine?
No, they're a separate purchase, and they come in a pack like this. Now there is another smaller pack that you can buy in store or online, and that's the spatula and scraper set. These are the absolute minimum I would advise getting, because the scraper allows you to apply your easels to the mat.
Yeah.
It also removes debris from the mat. It's a great bone folder, scrapes the ice off your windscreen when it's cold.
That sounds like you know from experience there, Suzie, on that one.
Just a little bit, yeah. And paper shaper. So when you come to do things like the leaves, you can use this as your paper shaper.
Turn around. Okay.
Absolutely.
So welcome if you have just joined us again. We're live in our Reading store with Suzie from Cricut, who is showing us how to make a favour box with the new Cricut Explore Air 2.
It is, yes.
We'll get that in my head and remember the exact wording.
Now, one question we haven't had is why the number 2 on the end?
Why the number 2, Suzie?
Because this machine is actually has the capability to cut things twice as fast.
Twice as fast?
Up to twice the speed.
So there was a Cricut Explore Air,
which
was the first Bluetooth machine and wireless machine.
Yes.
So this one now is just twice the speed, twice as quick.
Yes, for things, not for intricate cuts. You don't want to be doing that for intricate cuts because you'll just end up in a pickle.
But it will do both intricate and normal cuts with this.
Yes, but for things like the flower shape you've just done, or your basic cupcake shapes, or a star, or things that aren't really fine and detailed, you can. It will cut card and vinyl and iron-on vinyl up to twice the speed, which if you're doing 300 toppers for a wedding is great.
Or paper flower garlands.
Yes, yeah, I just did. I did a few of those, didn't I?
So 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 you are currently now making the toppers
We are.
for the
Yes.
faith box.
So shall we load the next mat? Because the next mat is.
We've got some watches actually. Margaret from Canada. So hello to Margaret in Canada.
Hello, Margaret.
We're international, Susie.
We are. That's so cool. Very good. I wonder which part of Canada. Should we be speaking in French?
I don't think so, but we
No?
could be.
We could be speaking gobbledygook.
My geography isn't that good, unfortunately. And Lenny is asking, is the machine being demonstrated the Air or Air 2? And so it is the Air
It's
2.
the Air 2.
And as Susie just said, that's because it can go twice as quick as the previous machine.
With some of the consumables.
With some of the consumables.
Yes.
But it still does kind of intricate makes, at the original speed. Both the Air and Air 2 are current machines. It's just that this one has some additional features that the Air machine didn't have. But this, the Air 2 is £260 and it's available online and in store. There's another question.
There is.
It's not a 3D printer, no.
No.
But you can create 3D products from it. So, as Susie's demonstrating, she's just making this faith box. So, it cuts out your shapes as a flat lay or as a
does.
net, I suppose. I learnt that in primary school.
Yeah.
That's something that's stuck in.
Ooh.
And then I'm assuming once it's scored, cut.
Yeah, I'm
You then
going to show you
assemble it.
quickly how to assemble it. So while this next piece, this is the last mat now, this is the tag. So this is where we're going to get
Just
to use
before
the
we
pen.
do that again, or whilst that's printing maybe, Lisa says that she has the deep cut blade,
Yes.
but which is the best setting for mount board?
For mount board, now we haven't actually got an official Cricut mount board setting. So what I use is the cardstock heavy 0.7mm setting that's in custom. Now depending on your mount board, I've had two types of mount board from two different places. One cut on that setting without any tweaks, but the other one I had to, when you are on your screen, there is a manage custom settings. You go into that and you can up the multi-cut. So you may need to up the multi-cut to 3 or 4 depending on how deep your mount board is. Now the other thing with mount board and indeed with craft foam, both of those products are actually quite soft. I know that sounds really stupid because we all think of mount board as being dense, but it marks really easily. So my top tip for today's Facebook Live is if you're using either of those two products, mirror image what you are cutting, and then you're going to be cutting from the back of your material.
So if it does mark,
you're
it's
not going to
visible.
see it. Yeah. So your
That is a top
rollers,
tip.
yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? Yeah. And the great thing about craft foam, although you think, oh, it's going to get squished and it's not going to come back and it'll look all out of kilter, once you let craft foam relax, it comes back to being foam and bouncy again. So there you go. Fun of useless information.
It's not useless, it's definitely useful. A few more people asking just how much this machine is. It is £260. We do have some exclusive bundles online which include some of the toolkits and some accessories. So if you want to have a look at the Hobbycraft website, do have a look. But these are also in Hobbycraft stores across the country. Are they in all stores now?
Yes, they are.
The Air 2 is now in every store.
It is, yes.
And you can also click and collect.
Yes, you can, yes. And there's a new range of consumables to go with this.
So that's like you're talking about, so that's the
foil
kind of
iron-ons,
the foil iron,
poster
foil
boards.
iron-ons, poster boards.
The glitter card stocks, we've got some of those on there as well.
So on this one here,
Yes.
so is that, are they all stuck on there?
Yes, they are.
Because they almost look like they're
Flying on the, yeah.
part of the
They're
actual fabric, because I
amazing,
nearly
aren't
pushed
they?
that one over.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Also, just so everybody who's watching, this project will be on the Hobbycraft blog as well. So
It is.
It is on there now currently. So if you wanted to go and have a look at that too, you can. Susie, obviously we're having a wider conversation because we're live. People are asking questions, so I do keep starting and stopping Susie from finishing. So I will let you carry on for a little bit more with the actual project.
Okay, so now we're loading the pen. So as before with the scoring stylus, we opened up the accessory port, we're doing the same with the pen, and as you pointed out before, it is really important to stop the pen from going straight down onto your weasels. So I'm just going to support that port while I put the pen in. Now there are ranges of pens available as well.
So different colours, different
nib sizes.
Nib sizes, that's
yes.
the word I was looking for there.
So we do 0.4, which is what comes with the machine.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Is the finest we do, which is perfect for all your writing.
So it looks like handwriting.
Exactly.
And
yes. But we do go up to a 2mm nib, so it's great for things like calligraphy. So if you're doing signage for an event, you can do some beautiful signage using that.
excellent.
So I'm just going to press go.
I have had another question, which I
Yes.
don't know just whilst that's going. So Fiona asks if, I'm not sure if you know if a new machine's in the pipeline, but if a new machine did come out, would the blade still be available for this machine?
Yes, this machine is going to be is fully supported. Upgrades to the software as well happen automatically. You don't even know they're happening. In fact, very often I don't even know they're happening because it's only when I switch my machine on in the morning something has
So that's
moved.
good. So actually the software in the machine as well is updated
Yes.
on a constant basis as Cricut release
Yes.
those updates.
And that's one great thing about it being a cloud-based software as well, because it means that everything can happen remotely without you having to do anything. It also means that you can access your account from any device.
Okay.
So I can use anybody's laptop, I can use anybody's iPhone.
So if you took it to a
iPad.
friend's house,
Exactly.
they wouldn't need any extra material other than so it is a Bluetooth machine.
It is.
But does it have a wired connection as a backup if you didn't have a Bluetooth?
Yes, we do have a. There is a USB cable that's supplied in the box, and that you will need for any firmware upgrades. That means changes that we make to how the
Machine.
the motor is driven. You also, when you're calibrating your printer, you may need to do that. It depends if your internet connection between your printer and your device works. If not, then you'll have to USB that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's cool.
So welcome again to any new followers. So I am David from Hobbycraft. We're live in our Reading store. Lots going on here today, but we've got Suzie, who is showing us all about the Cricut Explore Air 2 and is creating these lovely treat boxes. We have had another question, so if you do have any, please send them through. But Sarah Crawford asks, can you cut 1mm thin pre-baked sheets of polymer clay? Or is that something that you wouldn't necessarily have tried?
I have actually tried pulling clay, and it did work.
Okay.
It did work, and
So whilst
I went
Cricut
blank
don't-
because I was trying to remember what setting I used. Sorry. Yeah, it was what you need to do. If it's really dry, you'll need to have the strong grip mat or a brand new standard grip mat because you will need that tacky surface to grip it.
Sorry, and did you remember what setting? So Sarah's asked what setting you would need for that, or
I
is it a bit
can't-
trial and error?
Yeah, it will depend upon your polymer clay. I would suggest you start with probably the, I look at probably the burlap setting to start with.
Okay,
Or,
so the burlap
yeah,
setting.
burlap or one of the deeper fabrics, like canvas, something like that, because it's quite a once it's hard, it's resistant.
Okay.
I've also cut it not hard, before it air dries.
Yeah, and that works? Or...
It was fairly successful, but you get drag.
Okay, and actually Sandy asks what causes the blade to drag the paper?
Right, well, dragging, there are lots of reasons for dragging. Usually it's because your mat looks like mine do.
So if you've been cutting it a lot?
Let me show you, yeah. You are going to get debris on your mat, and I've deliberately bought one that is very well loved. This one has cut about 2,000 items, so they do last for a long time. But you can see it's not in its best condition. So if I was to use this for an intricate cut, I would pretty much expect it to snag because the contact has gone. You can see there is no contact.
Okay.
So that's your first thing to look at. Is your mat tacky enough? Second thing is look at your blade. Open up the blade housing, port, remove the blade housing itself, just press on the nipple at the end and check blade, make sure there's no debris on the blade, make sure there's no bits of paper and card. You can easily remove the blade. If you press down on that nipple and pull the blade out, you can also tap it to remove anything. And that's how you change the blade should you ever need to. So check your blade.
Check your blades, make sure that everything, same as you would with kind of any equipment, make sure that it's all serviced regularly. I'm going to let you finish this now because we have been talking now for nearly 30 minutes.
Have we? Wow.
We have, I know, it's gone very quickly. So I'm conscious that people want to see how to make this favour box.
Easily put together. So the score lines are done for me, so all I literally have to do is to fold it over, and I use my finger to start it off, and then I told you need your scraper to finish it off.
But if you didn't have that to begin with, you can obviously use a ruler, for instance.
You can use a ruler. Don't use the side of your fingers because you'll end up with paper cuts. Again, speak from experience. So there's...
That's coming together quite quickly there.
It is a really... I love this box because it opens and closes without breaking it. Because I really... If you go to the trouble of making such a pretty box, the last thing you want is for the recipient to destroy it when they open it, to get whatever is inside.
Whilst you're doing that, Suzie, Sally has asked, do you need a different mat for each material you're using? So I think what you were saying earlier is there are 3 different types of mat, Sally. So you've got the high edition, which is you said purple.
Strong grip.
That's strong grip, which it says purple, but it doesn't look like purple. The green mat is for just your everyday kind of cutting. And then you've got, what was the other colour there that you had?
You've got blue.
Blue.
Blue is your light grip.
And blue is your light grip for any kind of delicate materials.
There you are.
And while Susie's doing this, if any more questions do come through, we will answer them after, just so Suzie can finish making this. But do keep sending them through, because we will get back to everyone. Suzie is here with us all day, so we'll be replying directly to you on Facebook.
Good.
I say all day, you will at some point.
I will be going home
at some point. We won't keep you here indefinitely. So once you've done all the scoring, it's a case of...
Literally, there's just 3 bits of glue to do. Now, normally I would use a hot glue tool to do this, but...
live TV and hot glue guns probably don't mix.
Yeah, it's probably not a good plan. So what I'm using is a quick dry tacky glue, which will suffice, but if you're putting anything of any weight in there, you really want to
use a glue tool.
Yeah. This is great. Instead, I just thought, what about for jewellery?
Yes, nice gift bag.
Beautiful jewellery.
Gift box rather.
Earrings, whatever.
So that's all glued together.
So literally, all you do is work your way round the box and tuck them in. How super easy is that?
And it looks really professional.
Cool, doesn't it?
It's very cool. And then obviously with your the toppers there, so you printed those out. So this one
here. Do you want me to show you how to quill that briefly?
Yeah.
I have a quilling tool.
You have a quilling tool,
which is another set of tools we have. Now the quilling, I love this quilling tool.
And it's a case of just rolling it up, like if you're making a fondant, icing rose, something like that. It's very similar.
Yeah, just support it on your finger and roll. Again, to secure it, a hot glue tool will be absolutely perfect, but I'm going to use my tacky glue, which will work as well, I just have to hold it for longer. Now the great thing about these spiral flowers is you can make them any size you like. Once you've rolled it, which you can see is tight, and you don't have to be careful how you roll, pull the quilling tool out, and if you let go, it springs out.
If you heard that ringing, that's not a telephone. We are live in store, so it's lots of noise going on, lots of people in the background. Suzie is just finishing making this box. The project is available on the blog, so that's blog.hobbycraft.co.uk, and obviously this video will be available to watch after. So Suzie, that's literally stuck together now. It's a case of sticking that on the box, and again, you suggest using a hot glue gun.
Yes, I would.
Just to make sure that it stays on there in transport. And then obviously you've got one pre-printed here.
Yes, I have.
Which is
got
a
them
little
all
name
buried.
tag.
There's our tag.
Lots of varied makes, and some of is this a free project from Cricut? This
is one of the Make It Now projects. What we do is we've got about 3,400 projects. I think it's a bit more now.
Lots to keep you busy.
Lots of ideas and inspiration. Now all of those projects you can make and you can save to your account. So even if you use them and tweak them, because you can customise them
So you can
as well.
customise them and then that will save to your personal
You can
account.
save to your account, so you haven't got to keep redoing it. So if you were doing this a set size for everything you do, you can keep it that size.
Like being in the theatre, isn't it?
It's fab. So cool.
Right, so that's literally a case then of just assembling all of
It
that.
is, yeah.
I just want to say thank you very much, Suzie,
Thank
for
you.
coming all the way down today to Reading.
Yeah,
Thank you all for watching.
Yes,
Again, if you do have any more questions, feel free to keep adding those. Suzie will be here. What time are you here till, Suzie?
Until about 2:30, I think.
At about 2:30, so please do send through any of those questions. We'll answer as quickly as we can. Thank you to everyone who's patiently here watching along as well. We'll get back to you shortly. So thank you all, and we will see you tomorrow at midday from Stockport with Stephanie Waitman.